All right, guys. Eaton here. I hope you can hear me really good. I got my new DJI mic on wireless mic, and I'm using my GoPro. So I'm hoping it's all set up right. I usually live stream everything, but I'm trying to get into the vlog set up for daily vlog or something like that. And I was trying to figure out which camera and stuff to use because if you don't know what I do, other than running a sign and graphic business, I also run like a media company. We do filming and photography and stuff like that. And I just have so many options that I just didn't do it because I was like, I don't know what to use. I don't want to put forth all the effort into editing. Like, for instance, I have the Sony A7S III, I have FX3s. So I have all these high-end cameras, which has all these high-end bloated files and stuff like that. And it's like a lot to set up all the time. And plus, I wanted something that's very small and like non-intrusive to what I'm doing or to people who's like around me, right? So I was just sitting around messing with all the connections and stuff I have. I have a GoPro. Um, GoPros kind of suck. The battery life on them suck, or maybe just my battery sucks. I don't know. They overheat. But I got my new fancy wireless mic. I never use wireless audio for anything, simply because I don't trust it. This one records internally, but I think it should be fine for like what we're doing here today. Um, so it's pretty cool. Anyways, today is I think like December 3rd, 4th. I don't know. Let's see here. 4th. Yeah. And we're starting the day off. It is 9:41. I've already been working since like 7:30. But as you can see here, we have some decals for a truck. These are print cut using our rolling printer. And their customer's coming in today. We're going to put this on his F-150 for his business. He may drop off another truck with us. But that's basically what's going on here. It's pretty cool. Set up for everything. Okay, so the customer or potential customer with the trailer just sent me um, images of his trailer with measurements. So I'm gonna go ahead and download those to my phone, just into my computer, so that we can look it up here on the screen. But that way, I can kind of give you an idea of like how we quote things and stuff too. So I actually spent the time, and I'm still got some tweaks to figure out. But we made a calculator for our business to figure out what works best for pricing, considering all the time, labor, material involved, bills, all that stuff, right? So we try to go by that as much as we can. That way, we know that we're making money, we're not overcharging, we're not undercharging the customer, to make it fair, right? Because you don't want to do a job and feel like, man, I made no money on that. Like, why would I ever do that again? Um, and so the first one we have here is 41 by 43. So we're gonna just go ahead and just like write all these measurements down. That way we know what's going on. So front trailer, 41 inches by 43, and that'll be times two because there's two fronts. Um, and like noticing this now, what we got to take a look at is there's removal involved in all this, and that is not going to be fun. That's actually going to take several hours to get off. See how it's sunbaked and everything inside there? So we really don't want to get too locked in on that, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this over. what information that we have now is the removal. That's where you can actually end up losing a lot of money at is you price it too low and you've got stuff tied up in chemicals and blades, stuff like that to get those things apart. Um, so, and depending on how they wrapped it here, like, did they cut around this stuff or did they take all this hardware off and then put the vinyl on there instead of cutting around it? Um, if that makes sense. And so we got to figure that out, and you got to figure out all the time that's involved in that because time is money, right? And you want to be fair to them, but also you're a business, so you have to make money. Because I've done this before, where I mess up on the quote of the removal, and I end up losing my butt and like hundreds of dollars of chemicals trying to save things or sanding things off, stuff like that. So that's stuff we have to check out here. And the guy mentioned that he's quoted $2,000 before on wrapping the trailer, but now I understand kind of that price because you have to think this trailer you're only wrapping 43 inches of it from top to bottom, um, so it shouldn't have been that high per se, in our area, but it kind of makes sense now.
Hello?
Hey, boss, this is Ace.
What's up, man?
Hey, so I
Did
looked at
those
everything.
pictures make sense to you?
They did, yeah. They those
Okay.
were awesome. That made complete sense. So I got you two prices. That way you can figure out what you want to do. All right.
Okay.
So if you want us to take all that stuff off, it'll be $2,155.52. But if you're gonna take it off and you just want us to put new vinyl on, it's $1,655.
Okay. I guess my next question, and this is probably, I guess you would have, if you don't take the vinyl off, then it ain't gonna stick, right? So it has to come off.
Yeah, it would have to come off. And it would it stick? Yeah. Would it last long? I can't. There's no telling. You know what I mean? Because it's just another
Yeah.
layer. And your vinyl is cracking pretty bad. That's on there, so it's probably just been sitting out in the sun for like a long time.
No, I gotcha. Okay.
So that's why I save you a little bit of money if you want to take it off. So that just saves me, time and money and chemicals and labor. Um,
Yeah.
so it's really up to you,
So
boss.
what's that difference? That's a what, $500 difference?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that gosh, I'm probably just gonna let you take it off. To be honest with you, I mean, because I feel like if we do it, it ain't gonna be up to par, and we're probably gonna run into stuff. And I mean, what, you just take a heat gun and just kind of just peel it off, or?
Yeah. So yeah, you'll take a heat gun, you peel it off. Sometimes, a lot of times you'll have to use some type of like a citric
Not like
acid.
Goo Gone,
Yeah,
but
Goo
something,
Gone.
yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And you have to like clean it
Okay.
really good, like wash it down and all that. Um,
Yeah.
and then like the way they wrapped it, like they wrapped it pretty good. So there's hardware that you have to take off, especially like on the back,
Oh
because
yeah.
they
Yeah.
didn't cut around it. They went underneath it. From the pictures, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. You're right.
so you have to, so then you to do the wrap right anyways, you would take all that off anyways too. So
Yeah.
you have time in taking that apart. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
So
Okay.
it's like it's basically like at least another day and a half work of just getting the vinyl off. Like it would take longer to get the
Just
vinyl
prep.
off. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I can wrap that whole
Okay.
thing in a day, but it would take me a day and a
Yeah.
half at least to get it off. So
To get it off.
yeah,
Okay.
so
Okay.
what I'd recommend if you're gonna go with it and you want us to do it, drop it off and like give me a week to like because there's
Yeah.
no telling how long it's gonna take to get that off. Um,
Yeah.
because I pay somebody and they just sit there and that's all they do and
And just do it. Yeah.
people hate doing that stuff, so they're not gonna be fast at it.
Yeah. I got you. Um. Let's see. And as far as like if we, gosh, that wouldn't even work. It's gonna look like shit if we done that. But
What's that?
well, I was even thinking like if we just left it how it is, well, you can't really even do that because it's all over the place. So it's going to have to be. I was just thinking like, how we took that guy, took Bruce's number off and just add our number. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but then it's
got that branding all over it. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's all over it. So that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
And it's gonna look like crap. So okay, all right. If you don't mind, text me those two numbers. I'm driving right now, but just text me those two numbers, and more than likely we'll just let you just do it all.
Yeah,
but,
and so what you would do is like say you did the big one. So all you have to do is you only pay half up front. That way we have money to buy chemicals and all that, and then you pay the rest when you get it. That way, we're both locked in and getting stuff done. But like I said, we have time to do it. We get you on our schedule. That way you can get it done pretty quick. We'll put it in our shop and all that.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, just text me those two numbers, and then I'm gonna make a phone call and see which route we're gonna go, and then we'll just go from there.
Sounds good, boss.
All right, man. Appreciate it. And as far as the design goes, that really don't even matter. You can do whatever. You can come up with something. Just
Oh yeah.
That part don't matter.
No. I priced you out with about like 3 hours of design time, so like it really takes me no time. It's more of like if you know what you want, because I can make exactly what you want, but then you might be like going back and forth trying to decide type of thing.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, just text me that, and then let me make a phone call, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
All right, but appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye. See, so that was like pretty simple. You hit them, not hit them. You give them a good price that is fair for them, and we're gonna make a little bit of money on it. Not as much money as we should make on it per se, but it's just good to know. It's good to know your numbers, right? I know that I'm probably making like $2 a square foot, give or take, off of this job. So as long as you're making money, and say I try to be around the 40% margin on everything, and how you can like really know where to hit at, because I do all this to kind of like give me the mindset, but know what your material cost is, right? So like my mat material is $63 a square foot, and then you have the laminate, which is like $2 a square foot, and then you have your ink, which is like $1.50 a square foot. So you add all that up, plus your time, and for the most of the part, in the industry standard is about $12 a square foot on doing wraps, right? So it's pretty fair to the customer, pretty fair to us. Like I said, if we were in a much bigger, market, say like California, the Nashville's, any of these big cities, it would definitely cost a whole lot more because of price of living, stuff like that. But in our small town, Alabama, we try to be fair. We be honest with the customers and keep their business. Because what I've learned a lot in business is if you try to like hit somebody with a big price all at once and they do it, they probably won't come back to you because they can't afford to. But if you keep fair pricing and be pretty transparent, honest with your customers, they'll always, you treat them right, they'll treat you right. They'll come back to you. They'll use you for everything. So, you make a little bit of money each job off of them, and it adds up, and you get a good partnership with that customer, and it leads to more stuff. So, yeah. So that's what we got going on so far. It's already 10:19, and we're still waiting on the customer to come in with their truck. To put graphics on that. We are talking with a customer about doing some decals for them as well. So I'll get back to you when the next thing pops up. guys, it is now 4 o'clock, 4:03, and to give you an update, customer brought back another truck for them to get decaled up on, and another customer stopped by and dropped us off a bunch of shirts to do. The only problem with that is our DTF printer, it is currently down. So, DTF printer is currently down. The customer needs, I think it's 82 shirts. He wants to have them by Saturday. Today is Thursday. And so I just spent about $1,000 for the part to get it overnighted and put in today, or still be here for tomorrow. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. The customer's order is only $500 worth of, work to do, and I just spent $1,000 on the parts, and it's Christmas time, so it's something you really don't want to do right now. But you want to keep the customer happy, keep them coming to you, so it's something we have to do. But now we're getting ready to go to a wrestling match to watch our son wrestle. So this will be the end of today. And, yeah, thanks for watching.